Hey guys, it's Ebony with TinyTexasGarden, and today I really want to get some stuff in the ground. At least my gift from yesterday. So, while I was harvesting worm castings in my last video, I mentioned that I had a gift coming. So let me show you what that gift was. Okay, the wind was blowing way too hard and you wouldn't have been able to hear me very well. So I opted for a voiceover. These are 3 Cayman tomatoes. Can you see just how big those are? She called them starts, but they are way further along than your typical starts. They came up past my knees, and the stems were incredibly sturdy. I'm not really sure if my friends would want me to mention their names on YouTube, but a married couple I'm friends with know that I garden, and their mom/mother-in-law know that I garden. So she sent me some extra plants that she had started for her garden. This will be the largest variety of tomatoes that I've grown. These are the larger slicer type of tomatoes. The biggest that I've grown are Roma tomatoes. Hopefully I do the plants and my friends proud. If you guys are watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Look how moist that soil still is under there. I haven't watered this at all. That is promising. And then as I get further down in here, you start to see our native soil, which is clay. Can y'all see that? I can't tell if y'all can see that. Okay, see, as I dig further, you can see we get down into our native soil, which is clay. But that's okay. You can see we've added lots of good soil on top. That's just what you get. Yep, we're in Central Texas. So clay it is. So I was recording, planted the first tomato, explained all about tomato roots and how I was planting, and then I realized the camera wasn't even on. Luckily, we got a couple more to go. Okay, what you missed is I dug up this disgusting grub. He seems dead. You'll see that? Ugh. But I've heard that it's okay if you see just 1 or 2. It's a problem if you see a lot of them. So hopefully we don't see too many of these things as I'm digging. Okay. One positive thing that I noticed is that the soil was good and moist all the way down. I mean, all the way down deep to the spot where even the clay underneath, which is our native soil, was. So that's exciting to see. Now, how I'm gonna plant these. What I was saying, can you guys see? Maybe, there we go. Is that because they're so tall, these plants are so big that I'm going to plant them flat. Instead of just planting a really deep hole, I'm gonna build a little trench. You see, that's our native soil. And it is hard to get through. I'm gonna build a little trench and plant the plant sideways, like this. Because tomatoes they grow in such a way that they want to build roots all up the stem. Can you see those little white hairs? Each of those little white hairs is a potential root. But I really first learned about this technique
from another YouTuber named Lady Cheryl. But this will be good because your plant will be just that much sturdier because it's going to have a root base, not just down low, but all across here. And the tomatoes are actually also, they will naturally reach for the sun. I'm going to break these low branches off because they're also susceptible to getting diseases from being too wet. The leaves get wet, like blight. Oh, y'all know what I forgot? Is to feed them. So tomatoes are also susceptible to something called blossom end rot. Luckily, I have never had that, but it's something where your tomatoes can look perfect, they're growing so nice, and then you pick it up and the bottom is rotted, and that would be so disappointing. So disappointing, especially because these, like I mentioned earlier, are the first really big tomatoes I've grown. These Cayman are slicers. The biggest tomatoes I've actually grown are Roma, which you're probably familiar with, the smaller variety. Not a cherry, but smaller. So I really hope these babies do well. All right, I've got one more of these to go, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, this is a Gardener's Delight tomato start that I started from seed a while back. I'm gonna go ahead and plant him too. I'm gonna take these lower leaves off. Okay, can I do this one-handed? He's not as big as the gifts I got, so I can just put him in straight up and down. I will still kind of heal him up so that he can get, see that root ball? So that he can get lots of space for roots too. Oh, can y'all see? I'm terrible with one hand, but I am excited to see those worms. Never thought I'd, oh shoot, that's okay. That's how gardening will change you. It'll have you excited to see some bugs, certain bugs that is. Yes, okay. So can y'all see? I've got one Gardener's Delight, 1, 2, 3 Cayman. I feel like I can heal this one up even more. That's okay. I'm excited. Y'all, it is springtime. There we go. I got to put something in the ground.